Okay. Let's see if I can remember which save. Yeah, did I remember to write that down? 1 moment, please. I did not. And of course it doesn't tell you. I'll just go down from 9 until finding it. Okay. We're on 3. And I think it was F5 to save. F4 was joystick. Alright, hello everyone, this is Arafel playing Commander Keen Invasion of the Vorticons, Episode 2, The Earth Explodes. And last time we were going here into Home A, which reminds me I need to bring up my, there's a Keen. Open with paint. Yep. Standard Galactic Alphabet. Leave that in the background. Okay. Next week I'll try to have this all set up in advance. But yeah. Yeah, we went into Home A and kept dying in silly ways. So this time, let's be a little more careful. Yeah, at the end I was just kind of rushing it. So we have 45 shots. We've saved London and Cairo. Well, theoretically anyway. Because if you flip one of the switches and actually fire the cannon, it turns out they just destroy the whole planet anyway. Yeah. That's enough for more than a full life, so probably worth spending the shots on. You could theoretically do it without zapping the kid Vorticons, because they don't actually hurt you. But they do stun you whenever they touch you. And with that many of them, you'd be basically perma-stunned. Yeah, and down there's a bunch of blasters. But they're guarded by the tougher Vorticons with laser beams. Come to think of it, I never did figure out if it's actually possible to shoot them. Yeah, down there was, I don't know if there was a captured or whatever, but at least it's a non-hostile Vorticon that tells you Vorticons don't jump in the dark, basically. And that's why Vorticon kids are annoying. But not particularly dangerous. Unless in conjunction with other hazards. Okay, that's not ice, it just looks like ice. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some shots. Okay, 3 shots will take one of these guys out. So they're not invulnerable, they're just annoying. But yeah, that's why I grabbed the teddy bears. Because even with all the shots spent shooting down the kid Vorticons, we're still at a shot profit. And presumably a life profit. I think I got 2 in one shot there. Could probably leave the other 3 and be able to make it out. Just a bit tedious. Little menaces. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how many lives that is, but it's at least 9. So we don't actually have to worry much about game overing. I want more shots, though. I think we see the entire bottom of the level. They will run faster when they're on level with you. They can jump. Like, yeah. Did not get out of that in the way. But yeah, we're up to 78 shots. We're still at 9 lives, so... honestly, we could just stock up here. Yeah, this ordinary Vorticons are basically just dancing. They can actually jump out of here. Although, the odds of it happening are pretty bad. Yeah, we're at 80 shots. I don't really need more. And kid Vorticons are still being a pain. Just grab one of them. Actually, could they shoot each other? No, their shots go right through each. They can shoot the Vorticon kids, but they don't even hit each other. So, yeah, I think I've explored basically the whole level except the top right corner. That was close. Now, what I want to do is... not like that. That. Do the... I'll go from a stop, basically. Well, from a walk. Then let go of pogo button. Press jump button quickly enough to... yeah, that's not worth it. Quickly enough to get the boosted height, but not so quickly that I'm pressing both at once and shooting. Okay. So that was home A. I think we cleared out everything behind this level. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's a done. That's a done. Okay. Yeah, this stage was in the way. There's home B there. There's, that was Sydney. Paris. This is home B. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, can I get across that? No, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's take a moment to remember what the point items are in this game. Yeah, hamburgers are second highest. Well, no. Hamburgers are right in the middle. Stuffed toy Vorticons are the highest. Cake is better than hamburgers. Candy bars are the cheap. So hamburgers worth getting. Candy bars don't get out of your way. Vorticon has the weird property of being platforms until you collect them. Looks like this stage has key cards. So presumably we'll need to get all of them to exit. There's one. Let's hope this guy doesn't fall down here, or if he does, I can shoot him. Actually, I'm not sure they can fall through one-tile gaps. Here's a second key card. Okay, that is a makeable jump. There's a spot in the secret level in the first episode where you have to do that over and over again to get a bunch of teddy bears. Okay, and here, you can fall here, but because those are platforms, you can't collect them from the top. So if you want to go there, you have to get at it from the side. Which is no hardship. Alright, so that's all key cards. I think I see a platform here. Okay, and I could go there, but there's nothing you can't do from that, so yeah. So there's our keycard doors. And the exit is not immediately beyond it. Alright, here's some hamburgers. Again, hamburgers are pretty good points. See, I think you could... Yeah. Those can you get to without the... I think you might need the help of the robots that climb the walls. Well, maybe not. If I do this pogo jump just right... There we go. Okay. Alright, because I shot the Vorticon down there already, I can drop here safely. Okay, can't get to that though. Okay, there's definitely something here. There's more shots. And an extra life from points. 87 shots, that should be plenty. Okay, here's another Vorticon Elder, that's what they're called. In a stasis field, the Grand Intellect is not from Vorticon 6, he is from the planet Earth. His evil mind belts control their minds, they are not evil, please do not shoot them. Unfortunately, I don't have much choice in a lot of cases. And certainly I would prefer not to shoot them, but sometimes they're just in the way. Okay. So you've got two laser beams over here. Let's deal with them. This is Paris. Okay, so this is just a little entryway with Actually, why are some of these red and some yellow? Is that... Okay, if I look at the Standard Galactic Alphabet, a bar with 3 dots under it is an F. A bar with 2 above it is a U. This is a C with the kind of the top dot and the angled thing below. F-U-C-L. Uh-huh. F-U-C-L. One letter off from... I'm not going to say it on stream, but yeah. Okay, there's a shot and a bunch of... or 5 shots, really, and a bunch of Vorticon not teddy bears there. Let's see, if these jump out, I can shoot them and get those pretty safely. And there's another shot down there, or pistol, so... jump up and out. Yeah, trading 2 shots for 5 and some points is definitely worth it. What's that? Okay, that's a one-way down, apparently. And you can't go back up there. I should be able to bounce on this guy to get up there, though. Assuming the timing is right. There we go. Okay, so there's a pistol and a bunch of Vorticon toys. I don't think those can turn around until they hit a wall. Okay, so that was relatively safe, but now I can't see what's below. Probably the safest thing is to get on that when the robot's not in the way. That was a little too close. And momentum. Alright, so we need to redo this level, but not that big a hardship. There's a ton of points in the form of those Vorticon's plushies. Yeah, Tantalus Paris. Actually, you could get back up to the top of the level from there if you wanted to. Not sure why you would want to. Unless it's to get to those one-way pots down there. Okay, if things are close enough together, you can get 2 with 1 shot. Alright, so I started the pogo right about there, I think. There we go. Yeah, so you just go behind the robot. It's not that bad. I think I can just jump. No. Never mind. We're up to 104 shots, though. And plenty of lives. Yeah, this game is definitely harder than the first one, but it also feels like it's a lot more generous with supplies. Both points and ammunition. That was not ideal, but it eventually worked. Yeah, those don't spawn until you're low enough to see them. Feels like. Huh, can they jump in the lava? If that even is lava. They can. Yeah, just go behind that and it's safe enough. Yeah, they will lunge at you if you're on the same level as them. And I couldn't get out of the way in time. Yeah, it would really help if I turned the lights out in here. But there doesn't seem to be that option in this stage. I think what you're supposed to do is go above it where the cola cans are. Problem is, they can jump. So sometimes the Vorticon will go up there. Yeah, the regular ones don't race at you. It's just the armed ones. And we're getting plenty of points, which means plenty of lives. Probably not completely intended, but it works. Shoot that out, which is also worth a bunch of points. You can poke up to those Vorticon dolls. That's solid. So just the exit here. The Eiffel Tower is more or less safe. And here is Sydney. So probably will be the Opera House in the image. Okay. We need 2 key cards here. Yeah, those don't seem intended for use as platforms in this case. Yeah, you're definitely meant to ride up that guy. And the one-up noise interrupted the keycard noise. Yeah, and unless I'm mistaken, I can ride this up here to get to those shots I saw in the top left. Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens if you try to walk off the edge of a map. Yeah, it feels like shot count just keeps going up. Okay. That's not safe. And touching them kills you. For some reason, I wasn't expecting contact damage. Yeah, those are surprisingly tricky to get, because you have to touch them from the side. Okay, come back down here, get the other key card. Yeah, I'm actually not sure which way is more dangerous. Yeah, that is the Opera House. Key card. Yeah, I should be using my shots more aggressively. It's not like I have a shortage of them at this point. Yeah, almost 200. There's another common one there. There. Yeah, I think that's just bonus points up there, and I don't think it's worth the trouble. Okay. So that's this section of the ship done with. It's like middle right. Let's do this one then. Yeah, one here. This is New York. Okay, interesting. The skulls there mean that they will walk down there, which lets them walk up here. Which seems to be to get to that Teddy Vorticon. But with the hazard right above it, I don't think it's worth risking. Is this going somewhere? It's going right into danger. So if I collect these... Yeah, they just walk around the bottom of that platform. There's some regular Vorticons up there. And I can't bounce that high. Yeah, there's the Vorticon Elites. I can get up here, but there's a death bots to worry about. And I think they're immune to shots. It could just take a lot. Ah. Okay, that one's dealt with. But I think there was a second one. That almost works. think some of them fell in the fire. That's the trouble with not being able to scroll the screen down. And there is a bit of a delay before you can jump. Or input delay. Yeah, I don't know that it's input delay, it's more that it kind of takes them a second to brace and do that ankle thing to get the boost off the ground. Point is, you're not going to be able to get off the ground instantaneously. He's not getting better at doing the pogo trick. That was not at all what I was trying to do. Alright, we'll give this another shot. If it doesn't go, then we might stop for today. Yep, there's the Statue of Liberty there. But what's up here? Other than those. There's several rank and file Vorticons. A bunch of chocolate. And that's about it. Unless there's something to the right. Well, kind of. It's an alternate way to get here, at least. That's one life back, anyway. Still got plenty more, so that's 5 cities saved, so there's 3 more rays. We have 200 plus shots. So I don't need to worry about running out of that. So what else do we have? There's a level here. That's a WA. This is Rome. That's DC. That's 2 bubbles with lasers, one that's something else. This one was Moscow. And there's WB. Pretty sure that's not Warner Brothers. But yeah, next time let's pick up from here, do the optional levels, and then the main ones. And remember to save. That is slot 5. I will write that down for next time. And until then, this has been Arafel playing Commander Keen Invasion of the Vorticons, Episode 2, The Earth Explodes. And there are 3 more lasers to disable to keep the Earth from exploding. We have plenty of lives, we have plenty of shots, so it's just a matter of exploring things and finishing out the game. So come back for that next week. You can see the rest, or the preceding parts of this will be in the archives, as well as all the source of other stuff. Feel free to check those out. I'm playing through Rain World and posting recordings of that on Mondays and Thursdays. So feel free to check that out also if you're interested. And yeah, until next week, enjoy your weekend.